For legendary Hawaii surfer Jeannie Chesser, there is no better way to begin a day than to hit the beach, wax up her board, and head out into the surf.
That's freedom. Freedom is, wow, it's pretty awesome.
Simply put, the water is Jeannie's salvation.
Yeah, it is, it is. It's the reason why I get up in the morning is, you know, the ocean and getting in the water, and I feel like, okay, now I can face the day, now I can face reality, whatever that is, with the struggles of the day.
The ocean has been Jeannie's constant companion for more than 50 years, and when she's forced to miss a day of surf,
oh, that's kind of rough. Kind of rough. I feel like I have to make up for it the next day, or, you know, yeah, I mean, missing a day isn't too bad, but when you have to miss more than a few days, and it kind of gets to you. I really feel myself getting a lot more grouchy.
Unfortunately for Jeannie, that was the case 7 years ago, when doctors discovered she had an aggressive form of cancer.
I met her after she'd already had a diagnosis. It's an unusual cancer called a Merkel cell, and it usually comes from the skin somewhere, but they were unable to find where was the primary spot that the cancer started.
Dr. Jennifer Carney is Chief of Hematology and Oncology at Kaiser Permanente, Hawaii. She started working with Chesser after the cancer had already spread, and surgeons removed lymph nodes from Jeannie's groin.
This is a very aggressive type of cancer, and it has a high likelihood of coming back. And the role of treatment after surgery is very controversial. So it was a complicated case, and she wanted to know what was the best treatment for her, what were her options.
For Jeannie, the first step was simply trying to gain an understanding of exactly what she was facing.
That was pretty intense. That was more of a concentration on just survival.
Her second challenge, finding the courage to put her life in the hands of her primary physician.
I was a little worried because, you know, you have these preconceived ideas. She's young and beautiful, and you're thinking, how can this be a doctor? You know, she's so cute and she's so amazing, and I had to put all my trust into, you know, you have to trust your doctors or else, you know, you're toast.
I know she must have been scared, but you know, she really didn't act like it. She told me a lot about herself, and I think that's what really helped us to bond together.
That bond helped lay the foundation for Jeannie's treatment plan, one that included several months of both chemotherapy and radiation.
It was a really scary time for her. She did the chemotherapy, lost her hair, she got really thin. She couldn't do all the things that she could do, but she kept trying. And so she was always a model of, you know, what a patient strives for, to keep active and keep going.
During that time, once I could get back in the water, even though I couldn't surf or whatever, I went on my board and I would paddle and I would just let the waves push me, and I was happy as a clam. And I would be like, yes, woohoo! I was screaming, the guys were laughing at me, so yeah, it was super fun.
I knew her when she was going through the cancer, and you know, her love of the ocean is just amazing. You know, she wanted to be out here so much, even when she was going through chemo, that even though she couldn't stand up, she'd paddle out here. And you know, the guys around her would just clear the way for her, just to push her in, and get her into the water, get her into the waves. It was just, you know, really inspirational to see.
Ironically, much as Jeannie loves and finds strength in the water, it is the same ocean that took away her greatest treasure. In 1997, her son Todd, a champion surfer himself, died while chasing huge waves on Oahu's North Shore.
And I was pretty mad at, you know, I couldn't really grasp big waves, and I was up on the North Shore during that time, and you could still hear the power of the ocean, you know, at the place where, at Todd's house. But the biggest healer, of course, is time. And of course, going surfing helped me too. You know, you go surfing and you forget about all these things, even for a second.
Today, it's that same ocean that allows Jeannie a chance to remain close to the son she lost nearly 2 decades ago.
And there were several times, this one time in particular, I was at Tavarua, and I'm not kidding you, I saw his face. I saw him on the wave, and it was just like a split second, and I know that it was real. You know, for me, it was totally real. He's still there. You know, he's in the ocean. He's out there.
Today, that belief and ability to see the light and the beauty of life through the darkness has proven to be Jeannie's most valuable prescription, something you see in her smile and in her art.
I paint surfboards for a living. What a living. Wow, that's a living. But I paint surfboards. It's pretty slow, but I also do artwork, and I paint shapes and, you know, the flowers, the beauty of Hawaii. I love it. It's fun. It's my therapy.
She's back to the same form she was before, you know, she had the cancer, and it's pretty crazy how she recovered and she's, you know, thriving, just having a good time, you know, just loving life and surfing a lot.
She just wants to live and get back to her, you know, old life. And so she was like, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to complain, I'm just going to be strong. And we worked together throughout the whole treatment period, and we've continued to know each other over these. She's going to be a 7-year survivor.
Although Dr. Carney is fast to remind Jeannie and all of her patients that prevention is still the best medicine, especially when it comes to the hot Hawaiian sun, she is the first to applaud Jeannie for her unwavering desire to live her life to the fullest.
I want to be like her. She's alive. She looks forward. She's a positive person. And everybody she meets, every life that she touched, it's a positive.
I can say that they gave me the best care that I could ask for. I went through my chemo, which was very rough, you know, for anybody. I survived, you know, I survived, and like their slogan is, to thrive. I'm living proof. It works. I love Kaiser, I love Dr. Carney. He's awesome.